So, CarPlay is one of the coolest things Apple has ever done. I love CarPlay so much, and I want to break down some of my favorite applications that I typically use on my devices or my cars that support CarPlay. Now, there's a lot of built-in Apple applications that do support CarPlay natively, which is amazing. So things like the phone application, messages for the most part, calendar, even like news and podcasts and Apple Music all support CarPlay. So if you ever find yourself wanting to use any of these basic apps from Apple, you can always just utilize these ones and they should be built in into CarPlay and you should be able to see them on your dash. Now, I have these particular applications, 5 of them, that I use all the time within CarPlay. They are my favorite go-to. The first one being Spotify. This is my go-to music platform of choice. I've been using Spotify for so many years now. I have the premium plan, and this is by far one of my favorite, I would say, applications within CarPlay that I use all the time. Now, within CarPlay, you basically have the same capability that you do have within regular Spotify. You can search for songs, you can see your playlist and everything, and it's really nice because you can even search for songs. You don't have to go through and open up your phone and then try to find a song that way. So if you already have a Spotify plan, or even if you don't, if you have this free version of Spotify, you can download the basic version of Spotify and still utilize all the features for the most part within CarPlay from your Spotify app. So this is by far my favorite application for sure. Now, Google Maps is my other app that I use for the most part. The reason why I actually do like, Google Maps a lot for the most part is because it's good. I'm familiar with it, and it is, cross compatible with other, systems like Android and, all these other ones that I use, and I can still access it from my, internet browser, which is really nice. But I will say Apple Maps is convenient because it's already built into CarPlay. You don't have to re-download another app. But now that you do have the capability of using Google Maps as your main go-to system, you can always just use it there and not really have to worry about too much either. So that's like another big thing to keep in mind. But Google Maps is super nice. You have lots and lots of features built in within Google Maps, and it has like unlimited, features and capability from here too. So Google Maps is another one that I use. Microsoft Teams is another CarPlay suitable application. Now, you may not know this, but Microsoft Teams, I personally use this a lot for, different calls and stuff for, group calls. And the reason why Microsoft Teams is so cool is because you can be in a meeting inside of your car and still see a lot of things built in from your particular, application. Now, the thing to keep in mind within Microsoft Teams is that you can't see like everything inside of your car dashboard, but you can still see who's talking, you can still see everything like that. And it is actually nice if you're, let's say you have a job and let's say your job, uses Microsoft Teams. Well, you can still use Microsoft Teams within your car. It's actually a super nice thing that you should have the capability of having, which is so cool. Now, for those of you who have, electric vehicles, EVs, ChargePoint is a very cool application, which will basically allow you to go ahead and see essentially which electric chargers are around you. So this is actually very, very nice and convenient for people who have, electric chargers, because let's say you're driving. Well, what you can do is you can just go ahead and just go into ChargePoint, and you can actually see which type of chargers are around you in your area. So this is something that is very, very cool because let's say you go through and you actually want to go ahead and, you're traveling or whatever. Well, if you already have CarPlay up, you can just bump this thing into CarPlay and you should be able to see all the, specific chargers that you have. So it's super cool. Even if you don't have CarPlay, you can still use this. It's still a very cool application. And finally, we have Waze. Now, Waze is that, Maps application that a lot of people have been using. Personally, for me, I like Waze, but I like Google Maps and Apple Maps more. But Waze is really nice because it allows you to go ahead and see basically, if there's police around you, whatever the case, if you're driving, hazards, everything like that, which is reported within the application. Waze is a very good app for that kind of stuff. And I do like the UI of Waze a lot. It actually looks really, really adorable. So that is something that's really cool within Waze. So it is compatible with CarPlay. So if you're somebody who wants to use CarPlay and do all that stuff, well, you can go ahead and use CarPlay within Apple, within Waze, and you can have a built-in Waze, application inside of your CarPlay app too. So those are probably my top 5 favorite CarPlay applications that I use all the time. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.